If you're anything like me, you need to fall in love with the silence, with the solitude, with moving to the beat of your own drum. Because if you're somebody who stands out, if you're somebody who's trying to make a change in this world, if you're somebody who's trying to make a massive positive impact on your community, on your family, or even the world at large, you have to understand for a long period of time, it's going to be just you, your thoughts, and maybe two other people. And at a certain point, you're gonna feel like quitting. You're gonna feel like nobody gets it. Nobody understands. Nobody sees it how I see it. They're doubting my dreams. They don't believe in me. I should just give up. And on paper, it's like, okay, the money's not there. The success is not there. None of the results are there. Your tree has not bore any fruit. And you're going to think about chopping down the tree only to forget that if you just keep going, you're right around the corner. But that's a lonely process. I know when I make these videos, I seem all like happy, cheery, bouncing, excited, and I am. I love what I do. I love every aspect of my life, but one thing I do want to talk to y'all about is the fact that when you move to the beat of your own drum and you are different and you're trying to do something and be something that isn't common, isn't usual, isn't regular, it gets kind of lonely in a sense because for a long period of time it's just you. And now, I have other professional speakers, so I know I have like business contacts and people who I talk to at my office. But outside of that, I don't really talk to people unless we work in the same office building or you see me out in public. I don't really talk to people outside of that in my house and like a couple of my friends. The reason for this is you have to be mindful of your energy. You have to protect your mind, body, and spirit. But before I go too far into the video, for those who don't know, my name is Lawrence Harris. I'm a youth empowerment speaker, and I've spent the last 4 years specializing in helping teenagers and young adults build self love, confidence, and overall a positive outlook on life. And if those subjects are of interest to you, you can find my books in the link below, as well as one on one consultations and my social media pages. The problem, though, is when you see the world differently, when you think differently, when you act differently, when you move different, when you dress different, when you are different, it's as if you are like a black sheep. I'm sure a lot of people understand the metaphor there. It's that you stand out. You're different than the rest of the group. Not to say you're better. We're not putting anyone down. We're just saying you're different. The rest of the sheep have white fur, you have black fur. And you might feel as if you need to just go squeeze yourself into a box to fit in with them. You might feel as if, oh, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Why do people not understand me? Why don't they get it? Nothing's wrong with you. They're just not meant to get it. You can't make a blind person see, and you can't make a deaf person hear. And that might sound a bit rough, but it's the reality of it. As of these last couple of months, that's been weighing heavily on my mind, where I've been thinking about how I would really enjoy if more people understood what I'm really trying to do, but I've accepted the fact that they're just not meant to get it. I know this video might be a bit different than my usual stuff, but we're just going freestyle with this. I just need to get this out. Because I know somebody somewhere, you got an idea for something. You might have a business you want to start. You might have just, you want to change up your hobbies. You want to change habits. You want to grow and elevate as a person. And it can feel challenging because the people you're around don't get it. They don't understand. They don't understand why you don't want to go to the party anymore. They don't understand why you are spending 3 hours at the library studying. They don't understand why you're suddenly going to the gym. They don't understand why you're being different. They saying, "Oh, you're changing up. Oh, you're being different. Oh, you don't want to hang around us. Oh, you think you're better than us." And they start throwing all these things at you. And it's really easy to give in. It's really easy to go back, but you need to remember that you're not meant to fit into the box. You're not meant to be like everybody else. That's not to put people down. It's just to say that you are different and you just got to find your people. It's hard to do that though. It can feel hard, it can feel challenging because what if I don't know anybody who I relate to? What if I don't have any friends or family who understand me or understand what I'm trying to do? The solution to that, I would say, is finding the people who do. Now, okay, how do I find people like me? What do you like to do? Oh, I like to go to the gym. I like to make art. I like to cook. I like to do poetry. I like to do woodworking, pottery, fishing, dancing, ballet, football, whatever it is the thing that you like to do, there's a club or a community or a Discord group or something where there are people similar to you. Maybe your school has like a Dungeons and Dragons club and y'all could do that, or there's like a Pokemon tournament somewhere, or whatever. But regardless of whether or not you have people around you who understand you, you have to fall in love with the solitude, with knowing that, yeah, they might not understand me. They might not get it. They might not see the vision. They might not understand what it is that I'm doing. But if I just keep going forward, if I just keep showing up, if I just keep doing what it is that I need to do, sooner or later my results will speak for themselves. Okay, right now, I do not have $1 million. Right now, I do not have this certain material things, right? I'm just trying to make this a good, simple example. Right now, I don't have $1 million. Right now, I'm not on Forbes and all these major news platforms. Right now, that's not the case, okay? But I know if I just keep showing up, very soon it's going to be the case. Right now, people might not understand whatsoever it is that I'm trying to do. Well, now they are, but now a lot more people understand it, but I'm referring to when I first began this. When I first began posting my videos and I was just sitting in like the park and under trees and just coming on Instagram live with like 2 views and I was uploading videos on YouTube and I had like maybe 5, 10 viewers, 20 subscribers. People didn't understand what I was trying to do, but I saw the vision, I created a plan, and I executed. And really, that's all we can do. Because if we get so focused on trying to have other people understand us, to try and have maybe your family or your friend or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you're trying to get them to see the vision, but their eyes are closed. They're blind to what you see. They don't see it. They can't hear it. They can't comprehend what it is that you're trying to pull off. You might need to remove that person. You might need to or at a minimum just stop talking to them about it because you can only do but so much. You can only try but so hard before you lose yourself in the process. It's kind of like trying to teach somebody something, but they just refuse to listen. They don't want to listen. They can't listen. You're trying to talk to somebody who's deaf. It's really like you're speaking a different language to somebody. Imagine if I came on here and you speak English and I started speaking Vietnamese to you. You wouldn't know a single word I'm saying because you don't speak what I speak. You don't see the vision. And this is especially important if you're a teenager or young adult who most of my content is for. that when you want to step outside the box, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you want to become an engineer or a doctor or a football player or do something that your family hasn't done before. For all I know, you might want to start a t-shirt business or you want to sell art and painting on the internet. Maybe that's what you want to do. You have to understand that you can't make anyone else understand it. There's people who are going to get it. There's people who are on the same timeline as you, on the same wavelength, on the same frequency, whatever you want to call it. Those are your people. Find your people and hang around your people because you cannot open someone's eyes who doesn't want to hear it. And this is going to show up in so many other ways too. One common thing for me is that if you were to date somebody, right? This is a great example. If you were to be dating somebody and you're trying to get them to understand your vision, your idea, your business, your way of being, your habits, because me, I don't have a TV on purpose. I took the TV out of my room years ago on purpose so that I wouldn't be watching a lot of TV in my room. It makes it easier to focus, it makes it easier to relax. It helps with so many things. But if someone were to see my room and they're like, why don't you have a TV? I'm like, oh, years ago I put it in the basement. That can seem weird because people who are living life on their terms, people who are moving to the beat of their own drum, people who are just focused on their vision, who are focused on their mission and focused on making an impact in the world, however they go about doing it, they seem weird. They are different. There's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong with dressing how you want to dress. I'm wearing a purple suit right now. Why? Because I like wearing the color purple. I bought it. I look good in it, so I'm gonna wear it. And there's gonna be people who are gonna judge you for being yourself. There's gonna be people who are thinking, why does he talk like that? Why does he look like that? Why does she dress like that? Why does she like to make paintings? Or why does he like to make poetry or whatever that you want to do? Somebody gonna have an opinion. But you need to understand the fact that most people's opinion doesn't really matter. They're allowed to have it. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion, but the opinion that really matters is the opinion that you have of yourself and the opinion of God or Muhammad or whatever that you worship. Whatever your most high spiritual path is. You got to understand, to recap all of this, when you're different, a lot of people are not going to understand. You cannot make them understand. You can only speak to those who have ears to listen and show people who have eyes to see. Next, understand that even though it may feel tempting to squeeze yourself into the box to make yourself fit in, it ain't worth it. You gotta move to the beat of your own drum. Live as you are. Be you. Don't try to be someone or something you're not to try and make people who themselves aren't even their authentic selves happy. I'm going to reword that more clearly. Don't try to be someone or something you're not to make people who themselves are someone and something that they're not proud of you. Don't be fake trying to impress fake people. Don't be inauthentic trying to impress inauthentic people. You're trying to make somebody impressed by you who isn't even impressed by themselves. You're trying to show off for people who can't even stand being around themselves. You're trying to fit into a box with people who don't even have a good connection with themselves. I may sound harsh, but a lot of times the truth and the reality is quite harsh. I could come on here and give you cupcakes and marshmallows and tell you, yay, it's going to be all happy and clap and cheer and everything. But we got to be honest. there's tough conversations that need to be had. There's conversations about the fact that a lot of people feel as if they're just lost and nobody understands them and they don't understand themselves and they feel like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not flawed. You're not any of these bad things that the world tried to tell you to be. The world tried to tell that you are. You are yourself. You're not broken. You're different. You're not any of these torn down things or just cast aside and however the world treats us. You got to understand. Most people will not understand you. Most people will not see the vision that you have. Most people will not get it until you pull it off. Because when I come to this office and I'm in here for 10 hours straight and I'm recording these videos, and I'm editing and I'm reading and I'm writing and I'm doing all the stuff I need to do, some people are like, that's kind of weird. Whoa. And they're like, why are you working so hard? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But I bet you, when they see me on their TV and I'm in front of a crowd of 50,000 people and I'm doing sold out shows and I got a line around the block and my bank account is on millions and all this stuff is popping off of me, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, how'd you get so lucky? It wasn't luck. It wasn't luck. It was recording. It was posting every day. It was studying. It was planning. It was more than just planning, execution. Because you could have a master plan, but no action behind it. You could have a vision. You could have a mission. You could have every single thing perfectly lined out, laid out, ready to go. But if you don't post that video, nobody knows. If you don't drop that song, nobody knows. If you don't start that business, nobody knows. If you don't do it, nobody knows. You got a plan, you got an idea, you got a vision, you have conducted all the things you need to do, but you ain't start. So nobody knows. And that master plan stays a master plan. That business idea stays a business idea. That song script stays a script. That recording stays a recording. That plan, that draft stays a draft. If you don't publish the book, can't nobody read it. If you don't drop that product, can't nobody buy it. If you don't upload that song, can't nobody listen to it. If you don't take action, can't nothing happen. And when you feel like the world don't understand you and you're so weird and you're different and this and that, it's real easy for you to hide yourself. It's real easy for you to feel like what's even a point? It's real easy for you to feel as if nobody even cares. But here's the thing. You gotta believe in you before other people do. You gotta see the vision before other people see the vision. Because God gave you that vision for a reason. He ain't give it to every single other person in the world. He gave it to you. So it's meant for you to do something with that. It's meant for you to do something with that. When he told Steve Jobs go make the iPhone, Steve Jobs made the iPhone. When it was time for me to start uploading these videos, I knew, okay, it's game time. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, my video quality was bad. Yeah, editing was bad, microphone, everything. It was all messy. But here's the thing. God did not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. Let me repeat that for you. God did not qualify, God did not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. So if you got that vision, if you got that plan, if you have that idea, if you have that dream, if you're saying to yourself, man, I want to start this business, man, I want to upload this song, man, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to start cooking, I want to start building houses. Okay, here what you need to do. Go into construction school. Do what you need to do. Study. Get a certificate in there. Get trained. Do whatever that you need to do to achieve the goal. Because when you're starting out, people not going to understand. People will not understand. But you don't need to be understood by the world. You need to be understood by yourself, by God, and the three people who can help you get there. I'm telling you, you're fully equipped It's just you gotta take action and you gotta believe in yourself when the world don't. Cause on them days when they feel like, man, I should just give up, man, I should quit, man, ain't nobody gonna support me. On them days when you gotta remember, yeah, but I'ma still keep going. But I'ma still keep going. I've come too far to give up now. I've come too far to quit. I've come too far to stop. I've come too far to get lazy. I've come too far to forget why I started. I've come too far to lose sight of the mission. I've come too far to stop moving because right around that corner is everything you want. You've been putting in the work for days, weeks, months, years, decades. And right around that corner, you're 99% of the way there, but you're like, man, it's not working. Nothing's happening. You're 99% of the way there. You got 1 more% before it all comes together. So, I'm going to close this video off with this. I know it's hard when it feels like nobody understands. I know it's hard when nobody sees the vision. I know it's hard when nobody believes how you believe. I know it's hard when it feels like nobody understands what you're trying to pull off, but you got to understand it. You got to have faith in the vision so strong that even if the whole world does not understand you, you know I'm on the right path. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. If you're interested in supporting my channel, you can buy my books in the link below, as well as one-on-one consultations and following my social media pages. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember, I love you. Love yourself. Go out there, make yourself proud, make something happen. And remember, I'm here for you. Be there for yourself and know you are loved. Have a good one.